10 reasons why the USSR dissolved. Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Let's start. Do you know what does USSR means? Well, this is the acronym for the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, which was a federal sovereign state in northern Eurasia that existed since 1922 to 1991. It was composed by 11 nations that nowadays are Russia, Ukraine, Georgia, Moldova, Belarus, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and the Baltic states, just like Estonia, Lithuania, and Latvia. Here is our question. How does this big republic came down? It all started when Mikhail Gorbachev, whose term began in 1985 and ended in 1991, with the arrival of Boris Yeltsin into the government. But why did the USSR dissolve? And what is the importance of Gorbachev and Yeltsin in this process? Let's mention our 10 reasons why the USSR dissolved. 1. The 500-day plan. That was the period in which Gorbachev wanted to implement two political and economic reforms, Glasnost and Perestroika. Glasnost looked for the increase of individual freedom and free speech among the people, and Perestroika looked for the restructuring of the economic politics. Unfortunately, that did not work as they were planned, causing poverty, inflation, and famine. If Gorbachev had known how capitalism works, Perestroika wouldn't have failed. 2. Loss of territories. Lithuania's unilateral independence and with the reunification of Germany, the USSR ceded to NATO the protection of its part of the territory, and after this, Poland, Hungary, and Czechoslovakia tried to join NATO too, and the disgruntled of the states that did not want to belong to the USSR anymore. If Germany hadn't joined NATO, the rest of the countries wouldn't have wanted to join too.
Social discontent. With the failure of the previously mentioned reforms, the industrial production failed and caused shortages in products. This also caused that salaries and pensions were not paid, producing unhappiness in the society. 4. Discontent between the members of the Communist Party. The Gorbachev reforms meant the decrease of the government's power and influence, changes that were more in favor of capitalism system instead of the communist system. These consequences produced a big discontent between the party and Gorbachev, who didn't take care of how this was affecting the party's interests. If Gorbachev's reforms hadn't attempted against party's interests, Gorbachev would have had the party's support. Surely, months later, he wished he hadn't opposed his party. 5. Economic request was denied. After the failure of Glasnost and Perestroika, the USSR was in a very difficult situation that involved a hard economic crisis. That's why the Premier Gorbachev tried to obtain financial support from the G7. But the group refused to give him financial support because it was very risky. Boris Yeltsin appeared. He was part of the Communist Party, but he left it and created a new political landscape for the country that received social support and helped him to arrive to the president of Russia, causing a confrontation between the two political forces of the USSR.
7. The coup. The members of the Communist Party kidnapped Gorbachev in his vacation house in Crimea and forced him to sign his presidency resignation. At the same time, they took the streets and caused uncertainty and panic in the society. 8. Society division. To reform or not to reform? Considering how the social scenario was, there were different strikes between two different positions. One wanted to return to the previous organization of the USSR in order to have stability again, and the other who opposed the first idea, arguing that it was an unnecessary change. 9. Disintegration of the Communist Party. Once Gorbachev was rescued from his kidnapping with the help of Boris Yeltsin, both of them had a meeting in the USSR Congress, where Yeltsin presented a decree that took away the function of the Communist Party. Although that this decree wasn't accepted at all by Gorbachev, was signed by the new leader. 10. The Georgia, Armenia, Ukraine, and Belarus independence. Even though Gorbachev was hoping that the USSR's influence were enough to maintain the Federal Union, But it didn't happen like that.
And this is why the USSR disappeared.
Thank you for watching. If you like it,
and share it, please.